For nearly 150 years, Georgia residents in Oglethorpe County had counted on the Echo to share their stories and preserve their history. But when the newspaper's aging publisher could no longer keep it open, a new chapter was about to begin. The University of Georgia immediately came to mind for area resident and longtime newspaper executive Dink Neesmith, who believed his alma mater could help.
First off, I believe strong newspapers help to build strong communities, and I didn't want to live in a community without a newspaper. The Echo's legacy needed to continue, not end, and that's why, just on the spur of the moment, using whatever instincts were available, we said we got to save the Echo.
He planned to spearhead creating a nonprofit to save the Echo, but needed the journalism school and its students on board to run it. And there were only 6 weeks to figure it out. But Dean Charles Davis didn't think twice when he got the call.
I thought it was really important that we take over the Echo, in large part because I was familiar with the terrain and I knew that there wasn't any other media outlet in Oglethorpe County. It was a 148-year-old weekly newspaper at that point, so it was full of history as well, but that wasn't as important to us. The team here felt it was so important that the citizens of Oglethorpe County maintain a media presence. They weren't getting coverage from any of the Athens media. The Echo was their voice. And so we felt really from the onset that this was about making sure the people of Oglethorpe County could stay informed.
The school supplied a full-time editor for the paper to ensure its doors stayed open in the county. Back on campus, it also put Amanda Bright in charge of a capstone class that would provide the reporting.
I think the key for faculty in a project like this is definitely to have as many allies as possible. Not only is it editor Andy and I, but also we rely on so many of our other colleagues who teach other classes, who do research, who do photo work and visual storytelling, to bring their kids over on Friday nights to shoot football games. It's very much so a village concept. And I think it would be too much otherwise for us to do it successfully, but also to enjoy the process of doing it.
Yet the first step was introducing the journalism school to this rural county that's about a 30-minute drive from campus to the newspaper's office.
I think the other piece is just really understanding and getting to know the community and being patient in that process. It takes a long time to build credibility and trust. It takes a while to really understand what is of value to a community, coming from the outside in.
Longtime county resident Bobby Miller had never heard of a university getting involved with a weekly newspaper before, but was glad the newspaper stayed open.
I think it was very important for the Echo to continue as a publication in our county. This, to a lot of people, this was the link that they needed to the rest of the county.
Members of the community have also stepped up to help. Several volunteers have a schedule to man the front desk and answer the phone.
The students of the University of Georgia have brought so many benefits to this community and our county. One of them is they are writing a variety of stories, and we're seeing it through the eyes of youth. They have so much energy and they have so much insight.
I think the relationship between the Echo and the people in Oglethorpe County is a very symbiotic relationship. We benefit from them and they benefit from us, and I think they really appreciate that we're there in the community telling their stories.
The journalism school at the University of Georgia has become a national leader for news academic partnerships for its work with the Echo and often provides advice to others.
The advice I would give to any other programs thinking about jumping into local journalism with their students is just go full forward. If you have the resources, if you have the students, it's worth trying at least, even if it fails, because it might have been daunting at first with the Oglethorpe Echo, but in the end, it paid off both for the locals in Oglethorpe County and the students.
So I think one of the things is right off is to determine on who you want to be as a media outlet, like determine what your mission will be. And I think that will help you with the guidelines of how you want to publish the news and what you want to report on as you go forward with this.
For Bright, helping to keep a weekly newspaper going is a significant workload, but she sees it not only as a mission of a land-grant university to help others, but also for herself and the students.
We have so many smart, enthusiastic journalism majors who are doing this because they care, because they're mission driven, and to insert them into a community that doesn't have a lot of news coverage or could have more robust or better information about their lives is kind of magical.